Southwest's massive expansion came thanks to airline deregulation in the 1970s. Now somewhat more government regulation, as you heard. George Will's here, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist, NewsNation senior contributor. Good to see you, sir. We can all agree that, obviously, airlines are some of the most regulated industries in the world when it comes to safety. But when it comes to these customer service meltdowns we're seeing, is it time for a more hands-on approach?
Good Lord, no, Leland. The best thing the Carter administration did was the deregulation of airlines, which democratized air travel. In the 1970s, most Americans hadn't flown. Now it's like the Greyhound bus station. That is, it's a mass transportation industry. Look, it may not have been wise to pick as your Secretary of Transportation someone who's never run anything larger than the mayor's office in the fourth largest city in Indiana, Mr. Buttigieg. But this was not a government failure. This was a failure of business decisions on the part of Southwest extending back many years. That is, they did not invest in the kind of software that they needed to coordinate what they just advertised on that clip you gave. That is, lots of direct flights where you don't have to change. Here's the difference. If you want to go from Nashville to, say, Phoenix, on Southwest, you'll go directly. If you want to go on the legacy airlines, Delta, United, American, you're apt to go through Chicago, change planes in Chicago or Atlanta or Dallas or Denver. The problem is that Southwest does not have a hub system. The major airlines have hub systems where people transfer and where they can have reliable, separate crews to take over when one of these
There's two parts to this, right? Is that the airline part of it, which is that, and then there's this sort of idea of that government is the answer, and when things fail, at some point, government steps in. Is there a faux populism here that people want government to step in at a time like this, as Mr. O'Reilly said, but at the same time, they want the low fares that come with no regulation and no government fines?
Precisely. And the low fares are a direct result of the government stepping back and letting the market work. The simple truth is that the legacy airlines survived. Wonder of wonders, we had snow and we had storms in December. No surprise there. What was surprising is that one airline, and that's what you have to concentrate on, not the government, why one airline was singularly unprepared for this. Any traveler knows, Leland, you're sitting not far from O'Hare Airport. Every traveler in America knows that when O'Hare gets hit by a storm, the whole country gets a cascade of effects. Yeah. The same is true with Denver, Dallas, Atlanta, the great hub systems.
Okay, so government regulation is not the answer. I'm reminded what my grandfather said: if you have time to spare, go by air. Still, though, people have a right to expect that their tickets mean something. That the airline is going to provide the service and not have a computer system based on 1980s technology. Here's my interview with Pete Buttigieg back in November.
This past summer, I'm sure people here in the audience experienced this. A lot of disruption, thousands of flights cancelled, even more delayed. It was kind of a brutal summer for travel. What can be done about this? Do you think this issue will be sorted in time for the holidays?
I think it's going to get better by the holidays. We're really pressing the airlines to deliver better service. So many people have been delayed, been canceled. It's happened to me several times this summer. And the fact is they need to be ready to service the tickets that they're selling.
So, in fact, that was not me on the Late Late Show or hosting the Late Late Show, but I asked a similar question and got a similar answer to Pete Buttigieg. The question would be this: at what point, though, is it the responsibility of the Department of Transportation or others to say to these airlines that if you can't provide a service, there is a penalty? Sure,
but again, these airlines really, in this case, boil down to one. And what we have seen a tremendous penalty now is being levied against Southwest. Southwest has, over the years, earned, and I stress earned, the gratitude and loyalty of millions of Americans. They have now suffered a loss of billions of dollars of goodwill. They have an enormous incentive to not let it happen again.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.